All right. Hey, Libras. Libras, I have to give you guys an apology. I promised you on, what was it, Tuesday? Tuesday, yes, that I would be giving you guys an additional video on Wednesday. And please forgive me, I really ran out of steam on Wednesday evening. And so you guys did not get the video I intended you to last night because I went to bed. That full disclosure, I went to bed. I had to get some sleep. And so you guys, thank you. But let me get you sorted out. I like to make good on my promises. So we have the card flying. Now, your last Libra video was pretty brief, which is why I felt like you guys deserved a swift follow-up. So thank you for your patience. But flying is swift, right? Now, you notice that someone is going right outside, or I should say above and beyond the maze, the labyrinth, or what I wanted to say first was the matrix. We have somebody that is outside of this, winding pathway that could otherwise have been confusing or could otherwise have been, maybe a difficult space or time. This is somebody breaking free of maybe the endless, cycles of thoughts. Hi, everyone. I'll give you a proper hello at the end here. I love the fact that we have somebody breaking free of confusion, confliction. This is an expedited ability for, I'm going to say, our Libra to move out of blocked energy for sure. So really nice to see that there's not going to be blocked energy at this point. Page of Cups, and there's our Empress. There's our Libra Taurus. This almost feels like, because this can be about an emotional situation, this can be about an offer, this can be about a new love, this can be about obviously like a tidal wave of emotions. This feels very positive, very happy. But there was a previous blockage that is being unblocked. Maybe this was a previous stuck energy because Libra hadn't yet received the message or the apology, or this was Libra who had actually blocked themselves off from being able to move forward in some emotionally satisfying avenue of life. I need to first see what the blockage was. Even though it no longer factors in, I think that'll help us understand the story. What is the blockage that is clearly being bounded over? Five of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, King of Cups. There was some kind of loneliness. There's a great song. I think it's called Hold Me Loneliness by We Are Augustines. They later changed their name to just Augustines. Great band, great music. I think it's called Hold Me Loneliness. Anyway, there was some kind of blockage that was, to me, this feels like there was either an emotional blockage, someone who couldn't offer their heart for a period of time, someone who couldn't show how they felt, somebody that wasn't showing how they felt. This could have been an ongoing thing. I mean, it could have taken 3 years. And I only say that because we got 3 clocks on the tree of life. And someone has been slowly moving toward Libra. Now, in all fairness, Libra could have been the one blocking someone's emotional offer as well. We have somebody fleeing from the mansion of love and rushing out into the snow. Maybe the Libra wasn't ready to receive someone's love. Maybe that's it. Sometimes our lead character is the one who needed time and space to, adjust and adapt and consider, would I want someone in my life? There are reasons that characters can't necessarily always just receive even a terrific offer that's right there in front of them. If Libra needed to become the Empress, for example, if they needed to get everything kind of in order so then they would be ready and willing, maybe they were busy on like a personal journey for a period of time. It very much could be that Libra has been on a personal journey, and without realizing, they were blocking love that has been available to them all this time. We got a Queen of Cups in the reverse. I'm really inclined, now as always, we can read these stories in the complete reverse, right? But I'm really inclined to say, because we have a matched pair, but in this case, our feminine, so if Libra is identifying as a feminine in character in this story, and I would suggest that only because there's an Empress here, then it would be the Libra who is not ready to receive a love offer from someone else. Why? Why were they not? Maybe this is a brand new person who's loved Libra for a long time, but Libra wouldn't let them in. Maybe Libra was still healing from someone else. Three of Wands, again, it's like Libra said, I want that in the future. I don't want it today. I have other things I have to attend to right now. It doesn't matter how fabulous or how great or how beautiful and wonderful somebody is. If a character is not ready, there's many things in life that are fantastic opportunities, but a character has to feel like this is now the part of my path that I want to go down this road. Why was it that Libra wasn't ready to accept a remarkable love offer, honestly? Hierophant. They might have still been in the classroom with somebody else. So I'm going to say this. I don't want to say that Libra was in some karmic relationship, even though that Queen of Cups is in the reverse. So there could have been a little bit of stagnation. But with the Hierophant here upright, this can be a marriage. So maybe Libra was still married, and even if the marriage wasn't going well, and someone else externally has held a torch for Libra all this time, somebody wonderful, somebody emotionally available, somebody who's like, Libra, come on, come to me. This could be somebody who's been on the outskirts of Libra's life, who's been sitting there staring at them with googly eyes, saying, I could treat you better than he can. Any girl like you deserves a gentleman. I feel like Libra was still in the classroom on something, and they needed to listen to their internal advice, their higher self. There's no point in trying to walk away from something just because there's another awesome offer that somebody is making. If the truth of it is, one's higher self says, I can't finish this until it's done. No, I can't go towards somebody who's loving and emotionally available when I'm not done with this lesson yet. It would be like somebody who says, hey, do you want to come take this awesome, I've got an extra ticket to go to some great fun event tonight. You just have to leave work, 3 hours before your work day is over. And Libra's like, I can't just leave my work 3 hours early. There's huge expectations. There's, sometimes we can leave 3 hours early. Sometimes we can't. Sometimes we have to stay until it's over. It's like, I'll get to the event 3 hours late, but I have to stay at work until my work day is over. There are things that have to be handled. And I think Libra's an Empress for a reason. Libra's now, they did what their intuition told them. It doesn't matter what other wonderful things await me. If I still feel intuitively I must complete this lesson, then I must complete this lesson first. There's no escape. Now, as soon as I've completed it, I am free, and I don't need to overthink it, and I don't need to hold myself back. As soon as I'm done, I'm out. 9 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups. This is all about a Libra who is now footloose, fancy free. They're not in a karmic relationship. They're not still dealing with the ending of some previous connection. They're not still having to learn lessons with the partner that they previously were with, or the job that they were with. This could be somebody who was offered an amazing job opportunity, and Libra said, I want to say yes and come work for you, but I signed a contract with my current employer that said I would complete this project first. If I walk out on them, you wouldn't want to hire me anyway, because then you'd see I'm not the kind of person who sticks with my word. Libra had this sense of duty to do what they know they needed to do. But then once they're done with it, once their lesson's been learned, once their contract is over, Libra is done. And they don't have any qualms. They do not think that they need to waste even another moment being trapped somewhere. Now, the 20th could be an important day, possibly. That could be the end of a contract. That could be the emotional sense of freedom, the emotional new beginning. We've got a lot of really great energy here of somebody who is finally single, finally ready to rock and roll, finally ready to go give. Maybe there's a soulmate energy here. Maybe it's somebody to return to. But this is very much Libra is the one who's ready to go. And it doesn't have to be about love, but I think it is, because we had a perfectly matched pair with that King and Queen of Cups. And with that 6 of Cups, it does make me think that we have Libra ready for a romance this time. Tell me, who is this romantic person? Well, we have a Queen of Wands in the reverse, and we have the Two of Swords upright. You know, you know what's wild? And actually I think it makes perfect sense. They may have been blocked by their own karmic relationship at some point. Even if it's so, I'm wondering if Libra and this person both actually had some lessons they were still working through, still chewing through some stuff. They could have been with a very conceited, very selfish individual. They could have not really recognized that they needed to complete some journey with that conceited, difficult person. They might have wanted to just jump ship and just say, let's run away at Libra, let's you and me be together. But in truth, they had something that they needed to do also. They were also blocked, is the reality. So has enough time passed for them to work through the lessons that they needed to? The Empress upright and the Star. Yes, they could be a fellow Libra or Taurus or Aquarius. This could be a same sex couple, does not have to be. They could simply be mirroring and matching Libra exceptionally well. I think it's really interesting to see what similar energies there were. They both shared the blocked energy of the Two of Swords. They both shared some kind of karmic pattern with the Queen in the reverse. They both share the Empress energy upright, the action taking, the coming together, having everything in perfect order now, and finally having the chance to not only heal but reach other hopes, wishes, dreams, and goals. This is amazing synchronicity between Libra and whomever this character is. Now, their challenges could have been differently. It could have been different, right? One, like Libra's challenge, could have been about being in a career path that wasn't right for them, but not, quite knowing how to end things, or still having to, maybe they worked for a family member, and it's like it's not so easy to just quit and go my own way. So it dominates a lot of my time, and I have to fulfill something before I can legitimately walk away. It could have had to do with anything from career to family to, some other romantic partner. The bottom line is a pattern had to be, before a pattern could be broken, the culmination of what needed to happen so that it could be closed properly, so that there wasn't, negative karma accrued. That's what Libra had to do. That's also what this other character had to do, believe it or not. I just want to ask this. Did they understand this? This King of Cups, did they understand that they too had something that they needed to take care of? Oh, yeah. Ten of Wands. Absolutely they did. They too had a huge burden, and they were aware of it. They might have been a little bit closer to laying down their burden, perhaps, than Libra was. Libra seems to have really needed to take the time to complete whatever this lesson was with their higher self. We have a Six of Pentacles. They even knew that both they and Libra shared a similar situation where we both have something that we have to wrap up before we can give to each other. I don't think it changed the fact that each of them felt emotion for one another, that each of them wanted to give, but I think what they could have given to each other was very, very minimal in truth. So it feels like this is okay, that it's taken some time. Tell me about this coming around at this point in time where both of them have completed something. Four of Swords. This is just now getting to the right time and the right place for characters to start to collaborate, for characters to start to soften their energy, for characters to begin to feel like they can heal together. We have these white feathers. It's like the angels have been helping these characters, guiding them to one another, helping them to find peace in their own lives first, and then to come back together as more peaceful energies. I mean, this is that Four of Swords, so even that talks about balance. I think that these two are going to be in a much more peaceful energy. I mean, obviously very well matched. So both coming in as empresses. Two of Swords. Once upon a time, there was a lot of blockage here. We see the sooty little angel wings. We see each of them had to be in their own little room to deal with what they had to. They could not have had the opportunity to come into a union until this point in time. So what was the purpose of the meeting before they could have even been in a union? Let me just ask that. Okay, so we have a Ten of Cups sideways. We have the Nine of Swords sideways, and we have the Action of Swords sideways. To me, this looks like they were one another's confirmation that, hey, wait a minute, happiness exists. Man, I'm really stressed out about the way things actually are. And I'm stressed out about going after my happiness, but I'm also stressed out about not putting the gas pedal down and moving faster to make some changes in my life. It feels like these two were just about done with some lessons in life, but meeting one another helped them to kind of expedite this. They want happiness. Life is, you know, we can do like Groundhog Day and keep doing the same thing over and over again and feel okay about that if we're just in the daily grind. And it's like, oh yeah, someday I'll be done with this lesson, someday I'll be done with this karmic pattern, someday. But in fact, we don't really necessarily have the same level of like determination to complete a lesson until there's something beautiful that inspires us to move along a little faster. Sometimes the finishing touches can be the things that we put off. Like, I'll use this as an example. You remodel your bathroom. And the one thing that you don't finish is putting that baseboard strip on, right? And you don't do it for 8 months. The rest of the bathroom's beautiful, but then there's this weird, that stripping, that baseboard stripping, you still didn't adhere that. And then you just get to the point where like, oh yeah, I remodeled the bathroom, but you're always unhappy with the fact that baseboard piece didn't get tacked in or glued in or whatever. But you also don't pause to just do that last little thing. Sometimes it's the last little detail that is left undone, and so the project is incomplete, but it also makes you never quite satisfied. So why not just do that last little thing? Sometimes we need the little kick in the pants, oh, well, I have family coming from out of town who's going to stay with me. I have to put in that baseboard. Why don't I just do that final thing? It might not even be that hard, but we've been putting it off. Let's just go ahead and do it because we got some happy motivation to do it. And it feels like that's what they were to one another. They had to meet even before they were fully done because they needed to wrap up these little cycles. Whether this was about Libra letting go of some previous person, some previous connection, some previous obligation, they had to finish it. And they had to be determined enough to finish it. And meeting somebody that they actually really want to be in a connection with helped them to push to Empress status. There, I did it. I completed it. And that sense of like happiness and self-pride, both characters are sharing that energy. Both characters are proud of themselves for completing the things that they needed to. And at this point, we see them very capable of having happiness, but we also see the devil. Let me just ask, what's the devil here for? The sun. So as I want to say it this way, the devil doesn't have to be a negative card. It depends on what card is sitting next to it or around it. The devil is passion and intensity. There is I feel like these two are going to recognize that since they haven't been around each other, all of a sudden one day their hunger is going to click on. It's like, sometimes we get really busy working and we forget to eat. And then 4 o'clock rolls around and you go, oh my God, I could eat, like 3 hamburgers and 2 milkshakes. And I've got to eat. I'm so hungry all of a sudden. They're starved for one another. They're starved for happiness. They're starved for all of this. And I think that's what's going to make this a particularly fantastic, whether I want to call it a union, a reunion, they're able to come into that 6 of Cups. And remember, they're both sitting in Empress energy. So feeling very empowered, feeling very good about themselves, and finally being so passionate about their own happiness. There's nothing blocking anymore. There's no obstacles. There's no more lessons to be learned elsewhere. There's just the opportunity to really enjoy not just healing this, but really coming together. And I feel like they want to make up for lost time. It feels like there's a ton of physical passion on the horizon for these characters. All right, I'm going to leave this one here. You guys, thanks so much for being here. Slave Princess, great to see you. Ms. Hermit, Koitsushima, thank you guys so much for being here. You guys, thank you. Hey, Susie, Wendy, Patricia, hey. Thank you guys for the hearts and roses. That is so nice. Cliff, I'm glad you made it to Alive. That's awesome. Hey, Chrissy, shout out to you in London, my dear. Beautiful G, Libra transitioned. Nanhalanhala Nene. Please forgive me if I said your name wrong. Is that Hawaiian? It's really nice, but please forgive me if I mushed it in a way I should not have. My apologies. Louise Mbate. Hi, thank you for being here. Hi, Claire. Shout out to you in Italy. Oh, that's awesome. Ciao, darling. Yamina from France. Savez-vous? Hey, Rodolfo, you were first in the house. So great to catch you. Nice to see you again, honey. All right, everyone. Take care. I will see you guys for other zodiacs throughout the day. Heidi, so nice to catch you, hun. James Timmons, always a pleasure. Thank you guys for popping by. All right, so my goal is to get to as many zodiacs as I can today. It will span between today and tonight, just so you guys know. But we will get to more zodiacs finally and start getting us caught up again. Thank you, everybody, for your patience with me. Mwah. Bye, everyone. Hi, Michelle. Nice to see you, sweetie. All right, I'll see you guys soon.